You walk through the front door, and let me guess, you can already picture it. The double oven kitchen, the driveway with the basketball hoop, that extra bedroom for the kids you haven't even had yet. The promotion landed, the agent is grinning, and you feel like this giant box is the reward for every late-night coffee you ever choked down. But write this down, kid. Around year 3, the math quietly turns on you. Actually, that out-of-nowhere truth is brutal. The house that was supposed to prove you made it, it becomes the #1 reason you never actually will. You aren't buying a milestone. You're checking into a luxury financial prison. Here's how the scam works. You fixate on the purchase price. You negotiate it. But that number is a complete trick. It's the cover charge to get into the club. The real wealth killer? It's the hidden subscription you signed up for, and there is no cancel button. The average house right now runs over 400 grand. Stick a 6.5% interest rate on that, and your principal and interest alone eat up $2,100 a month. Already brutal. But then you eye a $700,000 upgrade. Feels like a one-time jump, right? Sign the paperwork and it's over? Nope. That upgrade quietly bleeds an extra $1,400 out of your pocket every single month before you've even turned on a light bulb. And those extra rooms? They don't just sit there. They scale your costs brutally. Property taxes, insurance, maintenance, they all scale with size. I've seen folks heating a living room so massive that January's bill costs more than a weekend in Vegas. And insurance? They don't care about your milestone. They price you like a wooden castle in a hurricane zone. Then there's maintenance. The 1% rule is a joke. A bigger house just gives entropy more surface area to destroy, more roof to leak, more plumbing to fail at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. That upgrade isn't a one-time fee. It's an invisible vampire draining an extra $1,500 every month for the rest of your life. Now, let an old man give you perspective. That $1,500 isn't just spent. It's frozen in drywall, doing nothing. Take that same money and put it into a low-cost index fund. By the time you're my age, that's a $3 million mountain. You're sleeping under a roof made of stock market gains you'll never see. You traded a 7-figure retirement for a walk-in closet and a formal dining room you use twice a year. People call a massive mortgage forced savings. That's just a terrible investment with nice countertops. Why do we keep falling for this? It's irrational. In the 70s, the average house was 1,500 square feet. A family of 4 lived there. Nobody died. Today, we're building residential cruise ships. We've doubled the space per human for no rational reason. We suffer from the driveway ego infection. It's psychological. A massive investment account is invisible, but everyone sees your zip code. When your income climbs, your baseline resets. You see what Bob next door is driving, you look at his 3-car garage, and suddenly your perfectly cozy home feels like a dumpster. It's a localized arms race, and everyone's going broke trying to look rich. The ultimate trap. You lose your financial margin. You aren't a homeowner, you're a hostage to your address. You become house poor. On paper, you look like a corporate rock star. In reality, you are one bad quarter away from a panic attack. The lender doesn't model the layoff, the medical surprise, or the year the furnace dies. When housing costs swallow your cash, you lose flexibility. You can't quit the manager who makes your life hell. You can't take a pay cut to start that business. You traded real-world freedom for square footage. Real wealth is not what you show off. It's what you control. The people who build sustainable wealth are boring. They buy slightly less house than they can afford, pocket the gap, and let it compound. My golden rule? If your total housing costs swallow more than a third of your paycheck, the house owns you. The moment your shelter crowds out your ability to invest, you're just a high-paid custodian for the bank. Ignore the dumbest phrase in real estate. You'll grow into it. Don't buy space for a life you might live in 5 years. Buy for the life you are living today. Keep the margin. You can always buy a bigger box later. You cannot claw back the decades of lost compounding. Look, if you're in an oversized house, relax. You aren't stuck. Refuse to upgrade again. Downsize later to unlock that equity. The point isn't guilt. Once you see how the machine works, you stop feeding it. True freedom isn't found in a massive garage, kid. It's found in your options. Choose options. Build the margin. Go think about it.